The first reading today, St. Paul, in a very strong message to the Galatians, and consequently now to the rest of us, says that even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel other than the one that we preach to you, let that one be accursed. Now, this has become a very important point in our own day, because we have people within the church who are preaching to us a gospel other than the one that Christ preached. We see that there are people who are trying to change the teaching of the church that cannot change. It's even gotten to the point where there are cardinals in the church that are having to remind other cardinals that you cannot change the teaching of the church. But it's a whole lot more convenient. It's what people want. This is being compassionate. This is being merciful. No, it's not. Jesus said the truth will set you free. Not doing things that are sinful because it's more simple, because it's easier, because it's more pleasant. It's because it's what people want. Those old enough will remember back in the 1980s, we went through this nonsense with confession. Oh, people much prefer going to general absolution. Of course they do, because they don't have to confess their sins. Oh, it's so much easier. This is the more compassionate, merciful way. No, it's not. It's not good for people's souls. It's not the truth. But it's what people like. It's easier, and it's a lie. Now, it's about marriage and family. We now have people at the highest levels of the church trying to tell us that two people of the same sex can get married. In fact, just last week, there was a group of bishops that have now come up with a ritual to bless homosexual marriages, as they call them. This is garbage. It's heresy. Pure and simple. Marriage is between one man and one woman, period. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or two of the same sex or an animal or an object, you can't get married that way. And then within marriage, of course, they're trying to change everything. It's okay if someone is divorced and doesn't have an annulment, because it wouldn't be very nice to tell them they can't marry somebody else. Jesus said, anyone who marries someone who's divorced commits adultery. They're already married. If they don't have an annulment, which means that their first marriage was not sacramental, then we have to assume the sacramentality of their first marriage. They're still married. And then, of course, the one that they're going to push really, really hard is contraception, because it's so much easier. Sure, it's purely selfish. It violates the spouses, it violates the vows, but it's a whole lot easier. So isn't that merciful? Isn't that compassionate? No. Again, think of it a different way. If I decided that I really like stealing your stuff, well, should you tell me that I can't? No. We need to be about the truth. If anyone, you can underline that, you can put it in bold, you can put it in italics, you can put it in red letters, you can do anything you want with it. If anyone preaches to you a gospel other than the one that has been preached to us, let that one be cursed. Anathema sit is what that says. Let a curse be upon him. because it is a false gospel. It is false compassion. It is false charity. It is garbage. So I'm warning you, because this is exactly what they're trying to do. And they're already doing it in several places. And like I said, we now have exactly happening what Our Lady at Akita said was going to happen. Bishop will be against bishop, and cardinal will be against cardinal. So we literally have cardinals in the Roman Catholic Church who are trying to say it's okay for 2 men and 2 women to get married. We have cardinals in the church saying it's okay to contracept. We have cardinals in the church who say that it's okay to get divorced and remarried. We'll bless that for you. You can't. This is false compassion. It's diabolic. Let's just put it very clearly. It is not the truth. And so people like me, well, yeah, we're mean, we're nasty, we're not compassionate, we're not charitable. Okay? The truth is charity. The truth is humble. And yes, one can speak the truth in a way that's not charitable, but the truth itself always is. And we need the truth. Jesus is the truth. And remember, we're made in his image and likeness, and we keep trying to force it the other way and make him in our image and likeness. The cute, warm, fuzzy Jesus that I like because he says exactly what I say, because he just loves me and he said it's okay for me to do this. That is garbage. Jesus is God. Jesus cannot change. He's not looking at it and saying, well, yeah, back 2,000 years ago when I was alive, yeah, they didn't have some of those things you have now, so it's the 21st century. It's time for the church to get with it. No. The truth hasn't changed. We have different ways of committing the same sins that they could commit 2,000 years ago, but they're the same sins. They were condemned then, and they are condemned now. Nothing has changed except the means by which we're committing the sin. The sin is still there. So we need to be clear and recognize, especially for those of you who are married and have families, the attack is on you. The attack is on your children. The attack is on your family. Don't waffle. Don't give in and say, well, but, it's easier for my kids, because. No, we need the truth. Your children need the truth. Your grandchildren need the truth. We can't water it down, because the truth will set you free. And if it's a gospel other than the one that we have been given, then it's not the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is not the same Lord Jesus. So there is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, St. Paul said. We can't make another Jesus. We can't have a different faith. Well, you can do whatever you want, I suppose, but it's no longer the truth. It's no longer the faith of Jesus Christ. So we have lots of gospels out there that are different from the one that has been preached to us. But as Catholics, we've been given the fullness of the truth. So don't sell out the truth for a lie. Don't sell out the rough and narrow way for the wide, smooth, and easy way. There's only one way that leads to heaven, and that is Jesus Christ. And anything that is not him is going to lead us the wrong direction.